This is an in-depth tutorial on how to play Happy Birthday. Ribbit Mad Hi, I'm Megan. I'm a violinist and teacher currently based in New Jersey. I've been playing the violin for over 20 years. I have both my bachelor's and master's degrees in violin performance, and I'm a Suzuki trained teacher. If you're enjoying my videos, please make sure that you're subscribed to my channel. Check out the new and improved version of Learn Violin Online, which is always linked in the description. Now there is just one path to mastery, broken down into 6 phases. Topics are introduced in an easy to understand way, practiced through exercises, and then applied into some of your favorite pieces. This tutorial is a little taste of what you get when you join. If you're interested in downloading the sheet music, you can also do that via the links in the description. So there's many versions of this tune, but the one that I'll be teaching you here today is in the key of G major, which means we have 1 sharp F sharp. This means that we'll need to use the high second finger, which is when the second finger is close to the third finger, on both the G string and the D string, and then the low second finger, which is when the second finger is close to the first finger, on both the A string and the E string. We will also be using some 4th fingers just to prevent string crossings, but if you don't feel comfortable with your 4th fingers, you can always play the corresponding open string. The time signature is 3/4, which means we have 3 beats or 3 quarter notes per measure. The trickiest rhythm that you'll find here is a dotted 8th note followed by a 16th note, like you see at the very beginning. Whenever you see a dot next to a note, it means that you add half of that note's value to the note. So a regular 8th note gets 1/2 of a beat. So 1/2 of that would be a quarter or a 16th note. So the dotted 8th note gets 3 16th notes, and then the single 16th note is obviously 1. So if you want to subdivide, aka think in 16th notes, for that rhythm, that's going to ensure that it is the most accurate. Since this is a pickup note, I do recommend starting on an up bow, and I also recommend hooking those first 2 notes. And hooking just means play the notes on the same bow, but add a little bit of space in between them. So these notes, for example, would both be up bows, but you would stop your bow between them so it doesn't sound like a slur. So like this. That's all that hooking is. So our first note is open D. And again, we have that dotted 8th note, 16th note rhythm. So let's go pretty slowly. Let's count our 16th notes as da, 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 ready, go. 1, 2, 3. That's how you count that. 1, 2, 3, 1. Also, I'm guessing that you probably know how Happy Birthday goes. So you don't necessarily have to count this rhythm if you already know how it should sound in your head. That's one of the great benefits of just listening to music and playing pieces that you know well, because you don't have to worry so much about the minute details of counting to 3 and then 1 on rhythms just like this. Anyway, after our pickups, we're gonna play first finger on the D string, E, then open D, 3rd finger on D string or the note G, and then high 2nd finger on D string or the note F sharp. That F sharp, do you see how it's more white in the middle? That means it's a half note and will need to be held for 2 beats. So it is twice as long as the previous 3 notes. After that, we have the same rhythm that we started with, the dotted 8, 16, and again, it's on D. Here, I wouldn't hook. I would just play those separate to make the rest of the bowing work out a little bit better. So let's play those Ds. Ready, go. Then we'll play E, first finger on the D string, open D. Now here's the optional 4th finger. I would recommend trying it just because one of the main things I think makes the 4th finger more difficult than it needs to is students just don't use it, right? They ignore it. So try it. If you really need to use the open, you can, but try to use the 4 on that A. And then G, 3rd finger. Same rhythm as the beginning, dotted 8, 16th, and again, I would not hook it, so I just play 2 open Ds. 3rd finger on A string, 1st finger on A string, third finger on D string with that same dotted 8/16 rhythm. F sharp, so those two fingers are going to be touching. And E first finger. Now we're going to play C natural, which remember is a low second finger. So you just played an E, right? First finger on the D string. Just place your second finger right next to it, but on the A string for those two C's. B first finger, so your 1 and 2 will be touching. Third finger on D string. 4, and you can use open if you need to. And then 3. The reason why we would choose to use 4 there is just so we don't have to unnecessarily cross the string. The next note and the previous note are all on D string, so if we can stay on D string, that's what we want to do. The G and the A in measure 7, the reason why they put a slur there is so that you don't end on an up bow. I think that's optional, like you can do it if you really want to, but no need in my personal opinion. So now we've gone over all of the notes, it's time to practice it. I'm gonna put my metronome on at 50 beats per minute and we'll give her a go. So at this speed, your 16th notes will be about da 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 da. 1, 2, ready, go. You did it. You can now play Happy Birthday on the violin. Don't forget to download the sheet music, make sure you're subscribed to my channel, and check out Learn Violin Online. And also leave a comment, let me know, do you like these more in-depth tutorials, or do you like the tutorials where I just show you a close-up of my fingers along with the sheet music? Let me know, I appreciate it.